Let's take a look at problem 8-3A, where we're presented the aging schedule for Galena Company. And you see the customers appear in the first column. The total amount of receivables is outstanding, the amount not yet due, and then we have aging columns into four buckets: 1 to 30 days old, 31 to 60 days, 61 to 90, and over 90. There's an estimated percentage uncollectible applied to the various columns, and from that we're able to compute the total estimated bad debts. So hopefully you can see on the screen that the total estimated bad debts. Let's take a look at Part A. First, the sentence above Part A says, at December 31st, 2009, the unadjusted balance in allowance for doubtful accounts is a credit of $8,000. And then Part A says, okay, now you see the solution in front of you. We have to debit bad debt expense for $30,120 and credit the allowance for doubtful accounts in the same amount. Well, how did we come up with that number? Well, we know that the total estimated bad debts was supposed to be $38,120, and we already had a credit balance sitting in the account of $8,000. So when we base a bad debt amounts using an aging of receivables, what that means is we have to adjust the final balance to what the. Let's take a look at transaction B. Journalize and post to the allowance account these 2010 events and transactions. 1. March 1st, a $600 customer balance originating in 2009 is judged uncollectible. And then 2. On May 1st, a check for $600 is received from the customer, and we've already written it off as uncollectible in transaction 1 on March 1st. Okay, so here's the transactions you see. To write off the amount using the allowance method, we will debit the allowance for doubtful accounts for $600 and credit accounts receivable in the same amount. Now technically we would also credit accounts receivable dash the customer name just to be more specific, so that in our records we would know exactly which customer. Okay, now let's look at transaction C. Journalize the adjusting entry for bad debts at December 31st, 2010, assuming that the unadjusted balance in allowance for doubtful accounts is a debit of $1,100, and the aging schedule indicates that total estimated bad debts will be $36,700. Okay, with that piece of information in front of us, we should be able to conclude that bad debt expense now needs to be $36,700 plus the $1,100 debit balance, because that's the total amount, $37,800, that needs to be credited to the allowance account to bring its balance